Hello, and welcome back to Easy English Conversations. My name is Avery, and I'm here with my wonderful co-host, Laura.
Hi, everyone. We're so glad you could join us today. In this podcast, we have natural, everyday conversations to help you improve your English listening and speaking skills.
Exactly. And today we have a topic that is useful for absolutely everyone. We're talking about meeting someone for the first time.
That's right. It can be a little scary, especially in a new language. But don't worry, we're going to give you lots of simple phrases and tips to make it much, much easier.
So let's start with the very beginning, the first words you say, the greeting. What are some common ways to say hello, Laura?
Well, the most common and friendly ones are hi or hello. You can use these in almost any situation. If it's more casual with people your age, you might also hear hey.
Right. Hi and hello are always safe choices. So after you say hello, you need to introduce yourself. You can simply say, I'm Avery, or my name is Avery.
And the other person will usually respond with their name. So it might sound like this. Hi, I'm Laura.
Hello, Laura. I'm Avery. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Avery. See, that phrase, nice to meet you, is so important. It's polite and friendly.
It really is. You can also say, it's a pleasure to meet you if the situation is more formal, like a business meeting.
Okay, so we've said hello and introduced ourselves, but where you meet someone can change the conversation, right?
Definitely. Let's talk about a few different scenarios. How about meeting someone new at work or at school?
Good one. At work, a very common question to ask is, what do you do here? Or which department are you in?
Yeah, and at school, you might ask, what's your major? Or what classes are you taking?
Right. I remember when I started my first office job, I was so nervous about talking to people, but I just started by saying, Hi, I'm Laura. I'm new here. And everyone was really friendly and asked me what I did. It was an easy way to start.
That's a great tip. Just being honest and saying you're new is a perfect icebreaker. An icebreaker is a phrase we use to start a conversation with a stranger.
An icebreaker. What about a social event, Avery, like a party? It's much more relaxed.
Totally different vibe. At a party, a great question is, so how do you know the host? The host is the person who is having the party.
Oh, that's my favorite question to ask. It immediately gives you something in common to talk about.
Exactly. Or you could comment on something positive like, this is a great party, or I love the music they're playing.
Yes, compliments are wonderful conversation starters. Okay, one more scenario. Meeting a new neighbor. What do you say then?
If you see someone moving in, you can just go over and say, welcome to the neighborhood. I'm Avery. I live next door.
That's so friendly. You could also ask, how long have you lived here, if you're the new person? Or they might ask you.
Right. It's all about finding that common ground, the thing you share. At work, it's your job. At a party, it's the host. In your neighborhood, it's the place you live.
Okay, so we've started the conversation, but how do we keep it flowing? How do we stop it from ending after just one or two questions?
That's the big challenge, isn't it? The key is to ask open-ended questions.
What do you mean by open-ended?
An open-ended question is a question you can't answer with just yes or no. For example, instead of asking, do you like living here? Which can be answered with yes.
Right.
You can ask, what do you like about living here? This question requires a longer answer and gives the person more to talk about.
That makes so much sense. It invites them to share more information. Another great tip is to ask follow-up questions.
Yes, this is so important. It shows you are listening and interested.
Exactly. So if someone says, I'm from Brazil, don't just say, oh, cool. Ask a follow-up question like, oh, wow, what part of Brazil? Or I've always wanted to go there. What's it like?
That's a perfect example. It turns a simple fact into a real conversation. Let's list some good, safe, open-ended questions people can use.
Great idea. We already mentioned what do you do for work. Another classic is what do you like to do in your free time? Or do you have any hobbies?
Hobbies are a great topic. You could also ask about travel. Something like, have you traveled anywhere interesting recently?
Yes. Or even just, are you from around here? If they say no, you can ask, oh, where are you from originally?
Those are all great, safe topics for getting to know someone. But Laura, I think it's just as important to talk about what topics to avoid. Some subjects are just not great for first-time conversations, right?
That is a fantastic and crucial point, Avery. First impressions are really important, and bringing up a sensitive topic too early can make things awkward. You want to build a connection, not create a debate.
It really does. This reminds me of a funny story. I was at a friend's barbecue a few years ago, and I saw someone standing alone. I wanted to be friendly, so I went over to talk to him. Exactly. So let's list a few of them. What would you say is the number one topic to steer clear of?
Oh, that was nice of you. Well, a really big one in many cultures, including American culture, is money. It's generally considered impolite to ask someone how much they earn or about the cost of their home or car. It's too personal for an initial chat.
I thought so. So I walked up and said, "Hi, I'm Avery. This is a great party, isn't it?" And he just looked at me and said, "Yes."
Oh no, a one-word answer.
Exactly. So I tried again. I asked, "Do you know Mark, the host, well?" And he said, "No." It was so awkward. My questions were all close-ended. They were yes or no questions.
So what did you do?
Well, I remembered the advice we're giving now. I changed my strategy. I asked, "So, what brings you to the party today?" And suddenly, he opened up. He explained his roommate was friends with the host and told me a funny story about getting lost on the way there.
Wow, what a difference. Just changing the type of question completely changed the conversation.
It really did. We ended up having a great chat. It was a perfect lesson in the power of open-ended questions.
That's a fantastic story. Okay, so we know how to start a conversation and how to keep it going, but what about ending it? Sometimes you need to leave, but you don't want to be rude.
The polite exit. This is a very important skill. You need some good exit lines.
Exit lines. I like that. What are some examples?
A great one is to start by saying something positive about the conversation. For example, "Well, it was so nice talking to you." This signals that the conversation is ending, but in a friendly way.
I use that one all the time. It was great to meet you. After that, you can give a simple reason for leaving. You could say, I should probably get going now, or I need to go find my friend.
Yes, those are perfect. They are simple, polite, and clear. You can combine them. "Well, it was really nice meeting you, but I should get going. Have a great rest of your evening."
That's a perfect exit line. And if you enjoyed talking to them and want to see them again, you could add something like, maybe we can get coffee sometime, or I hope to see you around.
That's a great point. It leaves a door open for a future friendship or connection.
So it seems the main ideas are to be curious, be a good listener, and be polite.
I think that's a perfect summary. Start with a simple hello, ask open-ended questions about the person, listen to their answers, and then end the conversation politely when it's time to go.
And remember, everyone feels a little nervous meeting new people. So if you are friendly and smiling, people will be happy to talk to you.
That's the best advice of all. A smile is understood in every language. Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode.
Thank you all so much for listening to Easy English Conversations. We hope these tips help you feel more confident the next time you meet someone new.
Join us next time when we'll be talking about ordering food at a restaurant. It's gonna be a delicious episode.
It sure will be. Until then, keep practicing. Bye for now.
Goodbye, everyone.